It's not terrible. I find it here. Actually. Hello, everyone. Test, test, test. Hey, everybody. If you can hear me, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up or a message or text one of the family members. Let us know that everything is going good. Service actually looks pretty decent on the Wi-Fi, so hopefully everything comes out great tonight. We're going to do our best with the camera angle today. Joe will be with you in a few minutes. And yeah, I hope everyone's enjoying their Saturday, weekend before Christmas. This is going to be our angle tonight. Test, test, test. I'm hoping this volume, I just tried to fix it. So, also, everyone, we are on a public bleachers. So, if it does turn around and shake a little bit, it's because people are jumping up and down. So, we will do our best to try and keep it as stable as possible. Camera looks good.
All right, folks. All right, folks. Again, we're back here. Welcome to Duluth, Georgia, which is just a suburb of Atlanta, the seventh highest traffic city in America. It's a terrible place to be. It's terrible unless you like being in your car and sitting around a lot. To go a mile here is 10 minutes, about average, and it's a lot of fun. But we're here to watch hockey. Southeast Blades versus Raleigh Raptors. Your Raleigh Raptors. We're in blue on your left. The Blades are in white and black on your right. In goal, I believe it's Guido will be starting today. I'm almost positive this is a AAA team. Again, Southeast Blades. They're out of the Atlanta area. We're at the Atlanta Forum in Duluth, Georgia. We had a fun skate with the boys. Parents were able to skate with the boys the other night. That was a lot of fun. As you may have heard, the fathers really kicked some tail. I think it was 103-4. Out of the 103 goals, I had one of those goals, so I'm very happy about that. And I took a great good fall at the end, but I'm okay on that too. It was a lot of fun. I realized one thing as we were about to get ready for the start is these kids are good hockey players. They're way better than me. Lucas started out skating me a couple of years ago. He knows all my moves, but it was a lot of fun to see the dads out there and the parents out there, everybody who contributed. And thanks to Mike, Katie, and all the people who put in so much hard work. As parents with the gifts, all the cool stuff that's done around this team, and the parents really um, are awesome and contribute a lot. They're really good families here. So we'll break and we'll be back for the start of the first period in a minute. And then there's one tomorrow at I want to say it's 10:45. Here we go. We've got the card. See, that was Halsey on the draw. Smell is it for a face-off. Some good opportunities here in the first period with 14:20 left. 0-0. Face-off down at the keeping the blade zone. Greeny and Carlson on D. Petey, Margulies, and Mikey Lee in on O. Petey Carlson gets it over near the ref. Gets it tied up in the skates. Defender's on side. Margulies gets it down low to Mikey Lee. Mikey Lee bumps the man off the play. Still battling for the puck low in the corner. Margulies comes out with it. Margulies with a backhand pass to the slot. Quick shot, blocked side. Put in front again, and that's steered aside by the defense. Sent up ice. Taken by Margulies. Margulies pulls around one. He's tripped. No call. Still has the puck. Tries to get it to him, man. He gets it to Petey. Petey looking cross ice. Dumps it further into the corner for Margulies. Sorry, this stick is lifted. Margulies and Petey give chase. Petey comes up with the puck. He's got two to beat. Comes in front of the net. Just out of reach in the slot. Rintala and Grimm to Raptors skate. Comes back to Chris Grimm on defense. He turns around. He's got one on him. That's tipped. Comes to Halsey. They do clear the zone. They get it up to Sykes. Sykes sends it the length of the ice. That's going to be an icing call. 12:35 left in the first. 0-0. Again, if we're pictures going in and out, we have sketchy network picked up by Whittier. Sent up ice to Holland. Holland gets it up to Halsey. Halsey skates around one, dumps it into the zone. They chase him into the corner. Blades have possession when it's missed. The card has it again. Gets it up to the point. Put up ice. Defense of the Blades pick it up. And sent the other way. It's sent cross ice. Rintala pick it up. Cross ice pass from Grimm. Rintala looks up ice. He hits the card. The card brings it into the zone, but it's taken by the Blades. Blades trying to clear the zone, and they do. Picked up by Chris Grimm at the top of the zone. and he dumps it back in deep. That ends up behind the Blaze net, picked up by the Blaze defender. Lee meets a man there. Petey gets the puck in the corner. Petey still has possession, skates it out of the zone to settle things down. Turns back around. They clear the zone. He comes back in with some speed. He's got one to beat. Winds up, takes a shot. That's off the kick save. And Margulies with another shot. That's another kick save by the Blaze goalie. That gets sent out of the zone. 10:28 left. Grimm settles the puck down. D to Rintala. Goes behind Rintala's back. He looks up ice. Just out of reach of Peters, but Petey ends up having it after Margulies gets a pass off to him, takes a quick shot. He scores! With a beautiful shot through the 5-hole off the inside leg of the goaltender, Petey, with a nice pass from Margulies to make it 1-0 here with 10:14 left in the first period. It's a Raleigh Raptors goal. Face off the center ice, Holland, Sykes, and Halsey. Kelowna, Whittier on D. Kelowna looks up ice, he hits Halsey. Just bounced over a stick, but it goes into the Blade zone. They go D to D and send it deeper into their own zone. And Holland's able to keep that puck inside the zone. Holland steals the puck, comes around the faceoff. That he's knocked off, it comes back to Sykes. Sykes backhands it in front of the net. There's a man there. He slapped around at first. Still being battered around in front of the net. Sent to Kelowna at the point. Kelowna just out of his reach. He tried to get a shot off there, but it's tipped back in by Sykes and then battered around in front of the net, but it goes wide. Sent around the boards where Kelowna is going to pick it up at the top of the point. Keeps it in low, gets to Halsey. Halsey looks up, gets to Holland. Holland looks across, gets it in front. Quick shot. The goalie holds on to that for a save. Another nice opportunity for the Raptors with 9:27 left in the first period, 1-0. That'll bring the face-off deep into the Blade zone. Picard, Peterson, and Kasuf. It's a foot race here. Paulson, Perini, and a Blades player. Blades still have possession behind the net. Go one way, go the other. Perini gets in there aggressively, tries to take that puck away, bumps him off, and he's being held, no call. Kasuf has it top. And I don't mean Perini was being held. Perini was the holder there. But got away with it. And that's all right. Blades have it up top of the zone. Quick shot, that's wide. Pass Guido comes to the close side. Picard battling on the boards for it. It's sent back behind the Raptors net. Carlson battles with a Blades flare. Blades pick it up and sends it to the top of the zone. Point man tries to send it low. Comes off the stick with pursuit. And Logan Peterson tries to get in front of a shot that's fanned on. Blades have two on them. They have it now behind the net. Looking to tuck it in. They do get a shot off that hits the side of the net. Perini picks it off, bangs it off the boards. Pursuit is there. Pursuit looks up ice. And then it's taken by Halsey. Or Sykes actually gets it across to Picard. Peterson to Picard. The Blades pick it up behind the net. And then bumped off the puck on a beautiful play by Grimm to keep it in the zone. Cross ice pass intercepted by Atlanta, by Southeast Blades. Rintala picks it up, brings it back into the zone on sides. He's checked and bumped off the puck. It's at the top of the zone. Logan Peterson gets checked, and then Rintala gets a shot off that comes off the pad of a defender. Southeast Blades send it the length of the ice. That's going to be an icing call with 7:43 left in the first, 1-0 Raptors. Face-off will be deep in the Blade zone. Margulies, Peters and Lee. Rintala and Grimm are the deep air up top. Face-off just to the left of the Blades goaltender. Margulies in the draw, try to get it back to the defense, but it's picked up by Petey. Petey hits the brakes, gets good body position, puts it off the side of the net. That gets back to Margulies. Margulies looking to make a play here. Backhands it back behind the net. It's picked up by Lee. Lee puts it in front, gets through a couple of guys, but picked up by the defense, and they send it back low to Chris Grimm. Mikey Lee battling with the Blades player. Comes up to the top of the zone. Rintala has possession. Tried to pull it around one man. He's got a 2-on-1 break now. Rintala gets back. Quick shot. They score. They tie it up here, 1-1 on a 2-on-1 break. They opt to hold on to it and take the shot. So tied up at 1 here with 7:10 left in the first. Draw. Won by the Raptors, taken by Whittier. Backhanded it up ice. That hits a Blades player stick. Goes through a couple of sticks. And finally, it's taken by Halsey. And comes back to Kelowna. Kelowna drags around one. Gets it up to Holland. Holland is on with Sykes. Takes a quick snapper just wide of the net. Just missed the pad there. And that's an interference call. No call as Halsey's bumped off the play. Blades come bring it down into the net. Push it down. Nice play by Sykes to keep him just really. The guy had nothing to do, tied him up good. Kelowna grabs the puck behind the net with 6:36 left in the first. Kelowna's got some space. Looks up ice, he bangs it up the boards. And it's sent back down the other way. And they're saying no icing there. Whittier will pick it up. Whittier looks up ice. That hits a Blades player. Comes back out in front. Kelowna and Whittier with a little bit of miscommunication, but they get it up to Halsey. Halsey gets to the top of the zone where Sykes will pick it up and send it to Holland. Holland pulls it around one man. He's got another to beat, but he pulls it back. Lines up, takes a quick shot. That's off the post. Sykes sends it back behind the net to Holland. Holland holds the puck, tries to gain position behind the net as he battles with some Blades players, and it's picked up by Logan Peterson. He comes back to the point, ends up in the skates of Carlson, tried to get a shot off, and that's intercepted in the slot as the Blades come the other way. Quick shot, and that's eaten up by Guido with 5:40 left in the first period. 1-1 Raptors. Face-off will be just to the, it's like the right of Guido. Logan Peterson on the draw, wins it, sends it back behind his own net, tries to catch the sweep on the other side. Blades are able to keep that in. Dawson has it tied up in his skates for the moment as he meets up with the Blades player. The Blades come out with it. Blades looking to make a play. One move the other way, sends it off the goalkeeper, ends up in the slot for a moment, comes to the top of the zone, and then sent down deep by Atlanta. Atlanta player holding, trying to make a play. He backhands it down deep. That's picked up by the Atlanta player. Atlanta working the puck around. He's bumped off the play by Carlson. Logan Peterson comes up, chips it up ice. Now they're coming the other way, 2-on-2 with some speed. It's Picard. He's got a man turned around, try to get a pass off, almost gets to pursue, but just broken up by the defense at the last second. Cross ice pass coming. Blades are threatening the other way. Nice play by Logan Peterson there, but the Blades still coming through. And then another play by Peterson, and then it's up in front of the net anyway. After all that, a shot still gets off, but the Raptors able to escape anything with a nice hustle by Logan Peterson there on the defense. Kasuf picks up this puck and ends up on a defenseman's stick from the Blades. He sends it around the boards, and he's met by Margulies. Margulies battling, picks up the puck, looking to make a play, trying to gain position. Pulls it up to the faceoff dot, has it on the backhand. It's checked away, but pulled to the forehand. Kasuf gets a shot off. That's blocked. Stick aside into the corner. The Blades pick it up and try to clear it out, but that's stopped at the top of the zone. Then a cross ice pass. Actually, it's a dump in by Chris Graham. Comes back to him. Graham will dump it back deep. And it looks like there's going to be a penalty here, a cross check. And since we had possession, I'm going to imagine that cross check is going against the Raptors in the O-zone. So 4 minutes left in the first period, and the Raptors will go on a penalty kill here for 1:30. So we have a 5-on-4. As the Raptors are able to clear the zone. They got a 2-on-0 break in here. If they can make it work and get something shorthanded, just mishandled the puck, Margulies, but they're able to kill some valuable time off the penalty. Blades try to settle it down, moving to center ice, get through the neutral zone, skate around about two guys, get a shot off. But Guido gobbles that up, holds onto it for a face-off with 3:39 left in the first period with 106 left on the kill. That face-off will come just to the right of Guido. Bologna picks up the puck after draws one, and they are able to clear the zone there. With 58 left on the penalty kill. The Southeast Wave still trying to settle things down here. Cross ice pass hits a man in the skates, almost stolen. It's finally brought in inside, stolen, and then sent back out. 43 seconds left on this kill. Raptors will make a change. That's sent the length of the ice, and that's missed, so that should be an icing call, and it is. That'll bring the puck all the way down to the far end. With 3:06 left in the first period, 34 seconds left on the kill. 1-1 tie here. All knotted up. Halsey, Holland, Perini, and Carlson until the penalty's released in 34 seconds. Draw was won by the Raptors. Perini turns it around, sends it back the other way, and they hold Southeast Blades up at the neutral zone with 24 left on this kill. They send it deep. That comes all the way around the net, picked up by the Blades. Perini gives them a hard time. That goes all the way through to the point. Point man holds the puck. Nobody's really challenging him, so he takes a shot. That's directed to the side. Perini bangs it off the boards, and Blades still have possession. 4 seconds left on this kill. 2-1. They're even strength now, but Blades still have the puck. Man being coming out of the box here, and right behind them, almost stole that puck. As Blades still have the puck trying to set up. Now the Raptors are being very aggressive here. Looks like they tried to get a hit in there, but that didn't work. Southeast Blades still have the puck. They chip it down to the far end of the ice where it's picked up by Garrett Hall. He chips it up the board. Sykes tries to meet it there, ends up back on Garrett Hall's stick, and then on Ranger Holland. Ranger Holland has it at center ice. Tries to get it into the zone outside. He does. Takes a quick shot. That's wide. Goes all the way to the far end. Sykes tries to prevent that from going out of the zone. But it does come out. Winslow picks it up. But the Blades steal it. They come in, take a shot, but a nice play. And there's a penalty on that play. Although I did not see a hook, they are going to call a hook. So the Raptors will go a man down again here with 1:43 left in the period. I did not see a hook there. I think that was not a good call. But hey, if it is a penalty, I'll take it. Because he prevented a goal. It was a breakaway. I don't see anybody in the box for the Raptors. Oh, it's a penalty shot. You're giving him a penalty shot on that? So there's a penalty shot. I have no idea why. That was not an automatic goal, nor was it a devious penalty. Guy brings it in, takes a quick shot, and he scores. Scores on a penalty shot to make it 2-1. I've not seen many of those, so it's interesting that they called that. So that's a 2-1 lead here for the Blades on a penalty shot goal. So we'll line up for a draw center race with 1:43 left. Sorry that I miscommunicated that. I thought it was going to be a penalty. I don't see many penalty shots on this league, and that definitely didn't look like it warranted one. But every place you play is different. Every ref is different. As the Raptors try to settle this down in the neutral zone, and it's almost stolen there. Marintula keeps it on, stays on. As he's falling, he's able to keep that sort of away from the Blades. Was stumped in by Picard. Soup gets chased, picked up by Sykes. Sykes looks around, puts it across. Oh, just missed as they had the open side of the net. The Blades come the other way. Blades bringing it onside, and it's poked away at the last second, picked up by another Blade. Kept down low, brings it behind the Raptors' net. try to skate in front. Nobody's challenging him. Looks like they're giving him a bunch of time and space. Now this whole side seems open for some weird reason, but that pass goes almost past. Now we get another penalty here. So it looks like the Raptors are going to go a man down here again, maybe? No, this is going to be against the Blades. So I get a hooking call on Blades here with 40.3 seconds left. 2-1 Blades in the first period with man advantage here for 1:30. So they will have a man advantage for the rest of the period, barring no goal or no other penalties. They have the power play unit out. PD Margulies the points. Logan Peterson. PD has the puck. Takes a quick shot. That's batted down and slammed around in front. Comes outside to Margulies. Margulies has it on the sideboards. Takes position behind the net. Hits the brakes. Tries to get Halsey in front. That's just out of reach, but it hits PD. PD takes a quick shot, and that's gloved and held with 21 seconds left. 1:11 left on this on this power play. Face off just to the left of the goalkeeper. Petey. Puck comes to him after the draw. Looks working the puck around. Back to Petey at the point. Petey takes the time and space. Quick shot. That hits the goalie in the face. Batted around in front. But steered aside. Raptors still have possession. They put it in front. And they score! It's a power play goal. With 5.6 seconds left, the Raptors are able to tie this one up at 2 on a power play goal. It's a Raleigh Raptors goal. So it was batted around in front. I'm not sure, but it looks like Margulies is leading the charge. There was a puck being batted around in the slot. Margulies must have been able to slam that home as he led the train. Looks like we got to let somebody out here. That's how Rangers left the ice. Not sure. Hope he's okay. Seems like it. But they'll get a face-off here at center ice after the goal. 5.6 seconds left. Kasuf has it. Cotton skates. 2 seconds, and that'll end the first period. All knotted up at 2. We'll be back in a moment for the second. All right, folks, we're here for the start of the second period. After the face-off, Raptors have possession with Whittier down low. He says at the length of the ice, that's going to be an icing call. They'll bring that face-off all the way back. 2 minutes burned in the second. 2-2 tie. Face-off will come all the way down to the Raptor zone after that icing call. Whittier and Corona on D. Kasuf, Picard, and Peterson are up front. Blades have the puck, skate behind the Raptors net. Gaining position, quick shot, kick save, and then it's sent in for the goal. It was a quick save, rebound sent in. That'll make a 3-2 Blades. And it just, again, seemed like there was, got to be a little more aggressive on that, I believe. I'm not a coach there, so what do I know? My son was on the ice for that goal. Come on, Lucas. 14:38, 3-2 Blades. Margulies on the draw. It's batted around. It's in the Blade zone. Comes back out. They have to settle it back down. Margulies. Gets to Carlson. Carlson. Pass up ice. Just out of reach of the Blaze defender. Sends it back behind his own net. And then it's sent back the other way. Mikey Lee there to try to disrupt that play. The Blaze able to clear the zone. Blaze bringing it into the Raptor zone. Petey steals that. Gets the brakes. Comes the other way. Bangs off the boards. Is able to, well, the Blades pick it up and take it out of the zone. Skate it back way into their own zone. Settle it back down. Start this over. Mikey Lee gets a stick on one of those passes. Comes up ice back to, that's Vandon. And then sent the length of the ice where it's picked up by Perini. Gets caught in the skates. And skated behind his own net. Sent it up ice just out of reach, or actually under the stick of Margulies. Blaze send it out of the zone. Picked back up by Mikey Lee. The top of the zone. Blaze actually have possession. Send it out of the zone. That's intercepted by Petey. Petey tries to skate it back into the zone and does. Chips it deep. Blaze try to figure it out. Got a man up top. That's going to be an icing call. 13:07 left in the second. 3-2 Blades. That'll bring the face off all the way back down to the Blade zone. Sykes, Hall, and Holland. Grim. And Rintala. As Holland has the puck. Trying to gain position. Gets it to the point. Grim gets it back down to Holland. Just rebounded off his stick and goes to the side of the net. Picked up by the Blades. Blades try to send it out and do. Comes to the stick of Rintala. He bangs it off the boards. Picked up by Holland. He bangs it back off the boards to the top of the zone, but not in. And the Blades come the other way. Blades bring it into the Raptor zone. Rintala pushes him out to the side. Pulls it around one man. Backhands it in front, but that's intercepted still. Wow, they had an open man. And he shot it over the net. And Raptors struggling to get it out of their own zone here. Put in front, picked up by Grim. Grim sends it around the boards. And finally it comes out. The foot race to the puck. It's just out of reach. And the stick is lifted and stolen by Holland. He scores! Steals the puck and scores. Beautiful goal by Ranger Holland to make it 3-3 here with 12:13 left in the second period. Completely stripped the man of the puck from behind and put it in. A beautiful goal. And that's why I love an aggressive forecheck, because they're just not ready for that. And his pocket was picked, and a beautiful toy department goal by Ranger Holland. So we're all knotted up here with 12:11 left in the second period. Flona battles on the boards, looks cross ice, puts Kasuf at center. Kasuf sends it deep, goes behind the Raptors net. Behind the Blaze net. Tried to send up ice. Cologne's there to keep. Oh, just fans on it. He had a piece of that one. Picked up by Whittier. Whittier's got two coming for him. He's going to send it up the boards. That's off a skate, but out of the zone. Gets out in front. The Blades are going to turn that around. They get a shot off. That's why. Comes to the close side of the boards. Kasuf meets a man there and sends it out of the zone. The Blades steal, pick it up, look up ice. And that's intercepted by Logan Peterson. Logan Peterson pulls it down, brings it into the zone, looks for a shot to make. Gets it over to Kasuk. Kasuk is going to get that back down deep. Oh, just went off of Blade's player as they turn it around and come the other way. Whittier with a nice defensive play. They can't go in the zone, and they do, so it's an offside. 3-3 with 11-12 left in the second. Face off just outside the Raptor zone. We got Smart Elise on the draw. It's out there with Petey and Lee. Petey and Lee. Petey has the puck. I think that's offside, but they didn't call it. Lee gets a shot off just wide. As they battle for it down low, pushed off the puck, picked up by Petey. Petey looking for an open man. Dances around with it. Petey holding on to that puck. Still is battling with three players. Comes out to Carlson. Carlson chips it off to the side, but nobody's over there. And then a cross ice pass hits Blade's man at center ice, and he brings it into the zone. There's a couple spin moves, and then stripped. Puck is taken away and taken out of the zone. And put back in, offside, no call. They actually do call that offside. 3-3 here, 10:28 left in the second. Face off just outside the zone. Even though the man pointed to the center ice dot, they're still not facing off at center. Still face off just outside the Raptor zone. Chipped into the zone. Chris Grimm picks it up and shoots it out of the zone. Blades have possession. Skate around one man. They bring it to the zone. Oh, inside, trying to get around another. He's bumped off the puck and taken by Petey. Nice play. Petey just stripped that puck. Now Petey with some speed skates through two. He's got a hook. Got guys all over him. No call. They were slamming him with that stick. Chris Grimm will pick it up in the Raptor zone. Not that I'm expecting a call, but you know, I don't know. I say I don't care about the rest, but it seems to be all I talk about. Lee chases that puck behind the net. Bumped off the puck. Sent off the board. Sykes picks it up. Sykes. Oh, nice play off his back. A little behind the back play. Comes to the slot and is picked up by the Blades and brought out. Nice little move by Sykes. Puck is brought into the Raptor zone, sent around the net and picked up by the Blades. Blades lose the puck and is sent back out. And the length of the ice, they're going to call icing there. But I think that Blades player should have been able to get that. It was not out of the air. But we'll get an icing call. With 9:25 left in the second period, 3-3, all knotted up here. Face off just to the right of Guido. Lona, Whittier. Logan Peterson. Nope, Sykes on the draw. Blades have the puck though. Sykes does take it back, gets it up to Holland. Chipped it up over the boards. He's got a man breaking. It's Halsey. Halsey just trying to handle it. Try to get it back to Holland. Holland does have the puck. They lose the opportunity to get a shot off. That goes wide. Chased down low by Whittier. He backs off as he knows he's got to skip back for defense. Atlanta holds the puck backwards. That was a weird move I just saw. Oh, caught and brought down by the Blades as they hold it in the zone. Quick pass in front. And they're calling a whistle here. I'm not sure what the call was. But they're going to. The goal eventually went in. I'm not sure what happened. They blew it dead. Oh, net's off the moorings. So net went off the moorings, blown dead, face off to the right. (3-3) here. 8:48 left in the second period. Sorry. Logan Peterson, Picard, and Kasuk. Lona and Whittier on D. Lona has the puck behind his own net. Snaps it up around the boards to Kasuk. That's cut off by the Blades players. Battle for it along that boards. Blades come out when they try to get a pass off. But Picard intercepts that. Gets a pass up to Peterson just out of his reach. And sent back in. Corona just misses that out of his hand. Whittier gives chase. Battles with the Blades player. Grabs that puck and skates it up ice. Hits a man. Logan Peterson. Logan Peterson has it at the blue line. Man blows a tire there. Defender. He's got some time, space, puts it in front, and they score! Gets it to Kasuk. Kasuk 5 holes and they make it 4-3 with 8:11 left in the second period. It's a Raleigh Raptors goal. Nice play by those boys down there. Peterson putting that in front, and then Kasuk slamming it home up through the 5 hole to make it 4-3. It's a Raleigh Raptors goal. Face off in center ice. Lee Margulies and Liam Picard. Carini and Carlson on D. Lee mounts the man from Blades. Carini picks it up, looks up. He hits Margulies. That's just poked off his stick at the top of the zone, and then it's sent back in to the Blade zone. They get it out. They brought it back in, and then the stick is lifted, and then he's brought off the puck. And now it's Petey. Petey with some space, drags around one, drags around another, takes a shot. Beautiful save by the goaltender to hold on to that for a face-off as Petey skates through a few players and almost puts another one in for the Raptors. 7:41 left in the second period. 4-3 Raptors face off just to the left of that goalkeeper. Same group out there. Margulies on the draw. P on his right, Lee on his left. Carlson and Perini as the Blaze win the draw, but Margulies cuts that off and then chips it up to the point where Perini picks it up. Perini takes a shot. That actually, I think he was just trying to dump it off a stick. Petey picks it up. Petey looks cross ice. That's just through a couple of sticks and intercepted and brought back out. Petey meets that man there, forces him to dump it in low, but Perini gives chase. Perini hits the brakes as Blades pick it up, try to get it to the top of the zone. They do, and send it back in. Or keep it in, I should say. Blades have it behind the Raptors net, try to get a pass off that comes to the top. It's a foot race, one-timer, and then it's held and shot quick. Beautiful save. Almost had a rebound there. Shoot, Raptors need to have some presence here off the post. And the Raptors are in some trouble here as Margulies picks up the puck and tries to skate it out of the zone and does with 6:50 left. Fans on the puck and then loses it at center ice, but he's able to regain control, gets it up to Lee. He still holds possession. Pulls around one man, gets to the back of the net. Holding. He's being held. No call as they battle for it behind the net. He's being held against the boards the entire time. No call. We want to call a hold! You got to call a hold! Come on! As Blades threaten. Blades have the puck down low. Bumped off the puck. They still hold it low, but the Raptors get it to the top of the zone. Blades take a quick shot. That's stopped in front and sent out. They will. They'll do that, I know. That's home cooking, though, you know? As face off, the Raptors are down a man here for 1:30. Quick shot, that's steered aside. And then a man sent out. Where's the call? Stripped him into the boards. And they battle for it on the corner. Raptors come out with it. They can't quite get it out. It's sent back low behind the net where Blades pick it up, trying to gain position. They put it in front. That comes all the way to the top, and it's sent back low into the corner. Blades still have possession, get it to the top of the zone on this power play. Still working the puck. And then finally some aggressive play. Not finally, but some aggressive play. And Holland picks it up. He gets poked off the puck for the moment. And Blades trying to turn it around quickly. Nothing's doing there. That's cut off by Halsey with some nice aggressive play. But the Blades still have possession in the corner. Pulls it around one man. Gets it to the top. And then that's poked away where it's picked up by Halsey. 28 seconds left. Halsey with some speed. Has one to beat. Looks across. Trying to find an extra man. He does get a pass off, and that's flipping up. It's a hand pass. It's a hand pass! No. Yeah, it is in the defensive zone. But I didn't think that mattered in this youth hockey. Steered aside. Just missed. Petey picks it up, sends it out of the zone. As they make a quick change, penalty expires. Steered aside by Guido. Picked up by Perini. As they battle for it in the corner, send it the other way. It's picked up by the Blades. Blades get it back behind the net, and then they send it the other way. Picked up by Petey at the top of the zone. He tries to get around him there, overskates it. Blades able to keep it back in the zone. Logan Peterson comes back, chips it around behind the net. 3:53 left in this second period. 4-3. Quick shot as the Blades were able to get that puck and get a shot off. And a sent up ice. Picked up by Mikey Lee. Mikey Lee comes down, drops it for Logan Peterson. Logan Peterson back to Lee. Well, a nice play. Oh, just out of reach. They almost had a beautiful tic-tac-toe play there. And Blades break back the other way. They got a man back, but Petey takes him off the puck. Picks the puck up. Skates it over center ice and dumps it. The Blades pick it up. They send it all the way up ice. They have it at the top of the zone, but that's stolen by Chris Grin. Chris Grin, looking to see what his options are, looks up ice. Tries to hit a man on the fly, and Picard just went off the stick. It comes back the other way, and then it's sent in. And it's offside. With 2:54 left in the second, 4-3 Raptors. That faceoff will come out of the zone. Margulies on the draw. Kasuf on his left. I think Liam Picard on his right. Wintila and Grimm on D. Grimm wisely sends it up the ice, off the boards. Blades pick that up, try to go around the man. They bring it to the zone onside. Quick shot through the legs of Grimm. Picard picked that up on the far side. Squirts out to the middle of the ice and picked up by Chris Grimm. Chris Grimm skates it out of the zone, bangs it off the boards to Kasuf, and then picked up by Margulies. Margulies looking at his options, bangs it off the boards, puts it in front, and it's tipped, and then picked up by the goalkeeper. Nice save by the goalkeeper, almost deflected into the net. 4-3 Raptors lead with 2:22 left in the second period. Sykes, Hall, Holland. Halsey picks up that puck, tries to get it across ice, wound up. That's gloved down after a high slapper one-timer by Kelowna, and it's held. Face-off will be just to the left of that goalkeeper with 2:16 left in the second period. Sykes will take the draw. Hall on his left, Holland on his right. In the corner, Holland battles as his stick being held. A couple of sticks being held on both sides here. That's battles on the boards. Sykes picks it up, looks to make a play. We're going to see what his options are as he gets to Holland. There's a little give and go. Ends up on Sykes' stick, but it was just deflected. Sykes keeps it down low. Whittier just out of reach. He's going to settle that puck down with 1:54 left back to Kelowna. Kelowna looks up ice, tries to hit a man at the blue line. He does. He hits Halsey. Halsey, time and space. Quick shot. That's blocked it down. Holland's there for the rebound. Ends up on, another one. Block save. Another shot just wide with 1:38 left. Holland looking to put one in. That's shot wide as well and chased to the far side by Sykes. Sykes beats the man there, holds the puck in the zone. Sykes banged off the board, and Holland tried to hold it in, but now Atlanta's going to come the other way with 1:25. But Kelowna with a nice poke check, and that'll end up in the bench of the Raptors. Center off faceoff. Nope, that's going to be a faceoff just outside the zone of the Blades. 1:22 left in the second period, 4-3 Raptors. Logan Peterson on the draw, out there with the suit. Comes to Carlson. Carlson bangs it off the boards and into the zone. He's banged back up the boards and skated out by the Blades. Blades bring it in, onside, and then send it low. Back behind Guido, where Blade will pick it up in the corner. Met by Perini. Perini tries to bump him off the puck. As they still battle far in that corner, Peterson's going to come in and try and steal it, and he does. Sends it just to the slot. It's a giveaway, but that's intercepted. And then the shot is held. Raptors have possession. Man, that was close. Guido with a big shot up front. Sent up ice and out. by the Raptors with 44 seconds left in this period. As they meet a man at center ice, the Blaze trying to go back the other way with it. It ends up on Carlson's stick. He's going to bang it behind the net. Mourinho pick it up, hits the brakes, look up ice with 34 just to the top of the zone. Now it's Logan Peterson. Logan Peterson brings it into the zone on side. Got one to beat, goes around him, pulls it to the front, takes a quick shot that's staved and held on by the goaltender with 23 seconds left in the second period. 4-3 Raptors. That'll bring the face off just to the left of that goalkeeper. Raymond Rintala on D at the top points. Margulies, Lee, and Petey, I believe, are in. 23 seconds left. Draws taken by the Raptors. Almost tipped in own goal there as Mikey Lee sends it back behind the net. Picked up by Petey. Petey battles with a player. He's a lot of bodies flying all over the place. Lee comes out with it, I think. He's battling with the player as well. Blaze finally do get it. They try to backhand it behind their net the other way. 5 seconds left in the period. And that's going to do it for the second. We'll be back in a moment for the third. 4-3 Raptors. All right, folks. Back here for the start of the third. 4-3 Raptors. I will try to not call out the rest of the spirit. It's been one of my hardest things to do. All right. The ref gave me an evil look when I yelled at him before, so it'd be hard to call the game out from the parking lot. Scott, I don't think Scott's here to speak to Mike, so I can keep him quiet as the Blades have possession. And just cross over, sends it into the Raptors zone, picked up by Winter. Winter looks up ice, gets Petey just out of reach. That's going to go to the length of the ice. We're going to call an icing call here with 14:41 left in the third period. 4-3 Raptors. That'll bring the face-off all the way down into the Raptors zone. Petey, Margulies. Caught in the skates. Petey, Margulies, and Mikey Lee. Petey has the puck, chips it into the zone and chases. The Blades send it back behind their own net. And it's sent around the boards and picked up by Margulies. Margulies holds the puck, sends it back down low, just out of reach of, gets past Mikey Lee, but it gets to, it's put in front and they score. I totally missed that, but there was a puck put in front and then chipped in to make it 5-3 with 14-15. I want to say that's a Margulies goal as he leads the train. And a nice bang-bang play that even the quick eye of Joe Colonna has missed. 5-3, 14-15 left in the third. Nice goal by, I see Petey up there too. I'm not sure who scored it. I'll find out for you guys and let you know next game. Sykes on the draw. Comes back to Whittier. Whittier looks up ice. And he hits Halsey, gets in the zone, sent right back out. Blades come the other way. As they battle for it in the neutral zone, Blades bring it into the Raptor zone, skate around one man, but then pocket is picked by Sykes. Nice defensive play, but the Blades get a hold of it, get a backhand shot off. It's being slammed around at the side of the net. Guido with some big saves there, and the caught in the Blades skates. They still have possession. And then a quick try to pull it around Kelowna. Kelowna has possession. He looks up ice, flips it up, hits the skates of Holland, and comes out of the zone where it's at the top of the zone, sent in. PJ Whittier picks it up, sends it the length the other way, where that's going to be met by Halsey and a Blades player. Blades put it in front. Kelowna picks it up, looks up ice. That goes off the pads of. He's got to stay in there. Come on, stay aggressive, dude. And Whittier finally comes up and saves the day there, where I think Lucas might have had him, but good backup by PJ Whittier there to keep him out of trouble. 13-12 left in the third period. 5-3 Raptors. Raptors have it in the zone. Holland with a shot. It'll be gloved and held for a face-off deep in the Blade zone. 13:05 left in the third. 5-3 Raptors. Face-off will be just to that same left of the same goalkeeper. Kasuf, Peterson, Picard, Carlson, and Perini are the deep pair. Faceoff comes right to Carlson. He winds up. Oh, just misses it. He's able to keep the puck. They pull him off the puck. I'm not sure how they were able to do that. Perini backs up. He's able to send it back the other way for Picard. Picard tried to dish it out to Logan Peterson. It's picked up by the Blades. They bring it to their own zone. Then they send it right back out. Picked up by Carlson. Carlson waits, sends it in. It was just offside by a skate. 12:46 left in the third period. 5-3 Raptors. Faceoff comes just outside the zone. Looks like they're going to center ice with this one, possibly because it was somewhat intentional. Same group. Pursuit. Peterson, Picard. Up deep in the Blades in, and they try to chip it up the boards as they battle for it on this close side boards. It's Peterson. He comes out with the puck, takes a quick shot, ends up in the slot, and then it's picked up by the Blades. They come the other way. Carlson gets turned around. Perini's there to back him up. Quick shot. Wow, that was a nice rip. Nice block by Perini off his pad. Perini now takes that, dishes a pass up to Peterson. Peterson in pursuit. Coming up ice. Flipped in. The defender picks that up and sends it the other way. It was almost stopped from going in any further as the Blades come the other way. Blades to a cross ice pass. Nice cross. Way for Grimm to get over to that player and cut that off. Anything from happening as the Blades keep it in the zone. Sent down low, picked up by Kasuf. Kasuf looks cross ice. That's just out of reach of Logan Peterson, and it'll go the length of the ice. They wave icing off. Try to clear the zone. It's picked up at the top of the zone by Rinsel. He takes a quick shot. That's chipped and picked up by Margulies. Margulies, cross ice pass just to Picard. Picard winds up. That's tipped. It's bouncing around to the side of the net, just in front of the net. Picked up. Shot by Logan Peterson. Then it's picked up by the Blades. Blades have possession. They skated out. Heading the other way. 2-on-2. Wind up. And a nice steer aside, but a nice check there up front by Chris Graham, who's going to pick up this puck behind the net. Ooh, what a nice play. Hits the brakes, goes behind his own net. Looks up nice, bangs it off the board. Just kept in by the Blades. He skates it in. Able to pull it to the forehand. Guido with a beautiful glove save there to keep this a 5-3 game with 11:05 left in the period. Face off just to the left of Guido, to the right of Guido. Draw taken by Petey. Gets it up to the top of the zone. Petey with some speed. He's going to burn by this defender, and he does. He's got nothing but net here. Makes a move. Oh, had the goalie beat, but just mishandled the puck at the last second where it was tipped. Petey still has the puck. Tries to put it in front, and that's deflected into the corner, picked up by the Blades. The Blades send it to the top of the zone. Kelowna has got to wait now for everybody to get out, and he does. Brings it in onside. Kelowna still holds it on that close side, and then sends it deep behind the net, where Mikey Lee battles for it with 3 Blade players. And then it's chipped around to the close side, picked up by the Blades in the corner. Blades able to clear the zone. That comes to PJ Whittier. PJ Whittier turns it around, gets it out of the zone. That's off of a player, ends up at center ice, but he's able to chip it across. And it's picked up by Petey. He sends it in deep. PJ Whittier chasing. It's put in front, off the goalie's pad, and held onto with 10:08 left in the period. 5-3 Raptors. Face off just to the right of the Blades goalkeeper. Holland, Sykes, Halsey, Perini, and Carlson on D. Possession after the draw, taken but kept in by the Raptors and is sent off of hard, but kept it. That's Halsey actually. And Blaze trying to clear the zone, and they do. They get it up ice, and then Sykes with a nice pickpocket there at center ice, preventing anything from happening. Holland has the puck with this face-off. That backhand pass across into the slot, intercepted, and then another pass. Blaze tried to break free, and a little bit of a lost edge by Perini. That puck comes behind the net. Carlson gets it back behind the net, where Perini is going to battle with the Blaze player. Perini comes out with the puck. Backhands it up ice. Halsey tries to get across ice pass to Holland. Holland skates it up ice, brings it into the zone onside. Looking at his options. Tried to get a pass off that deflects off the defender. He brings it behind the Blaze net. Still looking to make a play. Gets it up to Rintala coming down. That's tipped in front and sat in front of the goal mouth, but then was slammed aside. No goal. And the Blades turned around and come the other way. But it ends up on Tyson Rintala's stick. He gets a center ice pass up to Halsey. Halsey turns it back down into his zone to settle it down and look at his options. Halsey skates around one. Garrett Hall into the zone. Onside. Cross ice pass to Holland. Just out of reach. He's going to skate over. It's actually Graham who skates, takes a quick shot. That's almost tipped in by Hall. Beautiful play. Put in front. Just wide on an open net for Holland. As the Blades chase that into the corner and battle with the Raptors. Grim came down. Kept that in the zone. Nice play. Grim sends it deep. Raptors make a change. 8:31 left in this third period. Puck sent to the top of the zone. Rintala keeps it in. Sends it. Goes behind the net, picked up by Kasuf. Kasuf tries a centering pass, and there was nobody home, and Blades were able to clear the zone, but that's going to go to the length of the ice for an icing call. 8:15 left in the third period, 5-3 Raptors. Face-off will come all the way down to the Blades zone. Face-off just to the right of the Blades goaltender. Again, 8:15 left in this third. 5-3 Raptors. Face-off comes to Whittier. Takes a quick shot. That's deflected down and picked up backhanded off the post. It sits behind the goalie. Then put in front. Just out of reach. Bologna is going to keep that in the zone and send it down low. That goes around behind the net and picked up by Peterson, I believe. Peterson puts it in front just through the goal mouth. Bologna is going to pick that up on the far side and skate it down low. And he puts it back down behind that net where it's going to be picked up by Kasuf. Kasuf battles with a man for that puck as it I believe it's Peterson in there with him. Peterson picks up the puck. Logan Peterson behind the Blaze net still has possession, still holding. He gets knocked off the puck, but he still battles for it. There's four guys in there. Whittier comes down and gives him help. Now Blades come out with it, coming the other way. Bologna tried to do a quick check there. Cross ice pass. They had an open But Blades had an open shot in the slot, and they missed wide. That was a beautiful opportunity for them. Sorry for the bad call there, but it was a great play by the Blades. But the Raptors able to turn that around and send it out of the zone. Blades send it up ice, center ice, hit a man, just out of reach. They got a held up at the top of the zone. Pursuit for the nice play, keeps it out. Blades go D to D, and they send it up center ice. Backhand pass, pass to man flying up the left side, and that's taken by Picard. He's hooked, no call. Quick shot on a screen, and that's put in just under the blocker to make it 5-4. So it's a 5-4 game with 6:44 left here in the third. And a quick shot that snuck in under the blocker of Guido there. To cut the lead down to one. Looks like Guido's going to get an equipment problem fixed real quick. He's got something with his either skate blade or Guido's still having his equipment worked on here as the refs wait to face off, and he's ready to go. So we get a face off the center ice here. 6:44 left in the third. 5-4. It's a 1-goal lead. Petey Lee, Margulies, Wintela, Grim on D. Margulies has the puck after the draw. Hits the breaks, looks up ice, hits Lee at center. Lee backhands it deep, chased by Petey. Petey, the first man to get there. Petey hits the breaks, looks at, tries to gain position, gets it to Mikey Lee, back to Petey. Blades pick it up, look up ice, and they send it down. Gets to the man at center ice and brings it into the zone onside, chip back low. Rintala picks that up. He sends it off the boards. It's kept in by the Blades, sent across, and then it's chipped out to the top. Quick shot, almost had eyes. It gets almost all the way through. Rintala picks that up in the corner, sent behind the net by the Blades, picked up by Chris Grimm. Chris Grimm looks up ice, tries to chip it up, and does. And that is like that icing is waved off. Blades send it behind the net all the way around as the Raptors make a change. Blades bring it through the neutral zone. Bumped off the puck, no call. Close one, that could have been called for sure. As Blades send it into the zone, comes back behind the net, picked up by PJ Whittier. Whittier has a caught in the skates for a moment, but he looks up ice, and that gets through everybody to the center and sent back to the Blades who get it in on the side. Whittier looks cross ice again, and that's just missed by the Blades, and then it's intercepted by Petey. Petey coming down, looking to make a play here, gets to Margulies. He's chopped around, he's pulled down. So no penalty shot for that one. 5:14 left in the third. The Raptors will go on a power play here for 1:30. Raptors win the draw. Again, man advantage here. Put it in front. Holland looks, takes a shot. That's blocked. Nice save by the goalkeeper. And the Blades send it out and into the bench. So that'll be a face-off deep in the Blade zone with 5:04 left. 5-4 game. 1:20 left on the power play. Raptors have possession. Put it across. After, I believe it was Sykes? No, Peterson was taken down. He almost got up to get a pass to him and get a shot from the bumper play up front, but he does have possession. Gets it off to the side of Margulies. Margulies over to Petey. Petey down low to Halsey. Halsey has some time and space, looking to make a play. Gets it over to Petey. Petey also looking quick one-timer. That's gloved. Hit side, fake, and then tucked in. What a goal. Fakes the goalie out and tucks it in. 6-4. It's a power play goal for your Raleigh Raptors with 4:32 left in the period. You had Logan Peterson. He had the mindset to actually fake that goalie out and make him go one way, and then right away took it back and tucked it in that short side. What a beautiful goal and smart play by Logan Peterson. Face-off draw center ice. 4:30 left in this third. Raptors up by 2. Blades take possession. Bring it into the zone. That's offside by a foot. No call. I said I wouldn't say anything. I'm being looked at funny when I talk to the refs now. Even Katie's yelling at me, so I have to keep it down. Still in the zone here. Picked up by PJ Whittier. He's got some time and space. He's going to skate it out of the zone itself. Gets to the center ice, and it's tipped away from him. Blades try to turn it around. Whittier gets back. He holds it at the top of the zone, and then that's met by pursuit. They'll hold it there all day. 3:55 left in the game. We'll hold it against the boards all day. It's chipped out by the Raptors to center ice. They've got to clear the zone before they can send it back in. Backed up from back around a guy. Blades pick it up, pull it into the zone. Quick shot. Guido. And man slaps that almost out of Guido's glove. 3:37 left. 6-4. Raptors. As 9-3 is going to the box, I guess for slapping the glove of the goaltender after the whistle. Nope, they're both going. So it's like there's a little bit of extracurriculars after that. So both will go to the box and be a 5-on-5. Face off down just to the right of Guido. Minute put in front. It goes wide. Halsey tries to get that out of the zone, but it ends up in the slot. Quick shot. Guido holds on to that for a moment. Just got out of his reach. Perini picks it up, puck's rolling on him. He gets it out of the zone, sends it up to Sykes. Sykes looks up ice. They have it. Never brought it into the zone. And then he chips it in down deep. 3:20 left. As the Blaze try to clear the zone and do. Bring it up to center ice. It's a 1-on-2 here. There's really no play for him. Does a nice backhand pass into the slot, but that's intercepted. Sykes chips it up to Holland. Holland with 2:58 winds up. Quick shot. That's high and wide. Comes all the way around. Halsey sends it back around the goal. And the Blaze are able to clear the zone and skate it out. Cross ice pass is almost intercepted, but they pick it up at the last second there almost. I guess almost doesn't count. Carlson tries to send that out. It does. Sykes brings it up on the left side. Quick centering pass to Halsey. It was chipped out of the way. Poke checked out of the way. Centering pass. Rintala, he's got one man. Gets him tied in the skates. Nice swat. Oh, he still gets the goal, though. With 2:17 left, Guido came out to poke the puck away, and the player still gets the puck possession and puts it in to make it a one-goal game with 2:17 left in the third period. We have a 6-5 game here with 2:17 left. Margulies, PD, Mikey Lee. Southeast Blades has possession. Had possession as it's battled around, being batted around at center ice. PD tries to take it, battles with the defender as it's in their Blade zone. Blades defenders have it, looking across ice to get it up ice to an offenseman. They do. Left winger, stopped at center ice, and then it's taken by PD. PD pulls it around another man. He's just him and the goalie. Backhands it over the net. Had an opportunity there to put this game away. Just missed it. Margulies has it. He sends it down deep. That's chased by the Raptors. Mikey Lee. Mikey Lee with 1:36 left in the game. Beatty picks it up. Looking at his options. Oh, just a little bit out of reach of Mikey Lee. Tries to get a backhanded pass to the slot. Sits in front of the goalkeeper. And then it's batted away. And the Blades pick it up. Blades pull around one man. And it's kept in the zone by the Raptors. And he's pulled off the puck. But the Raptors able to take possession. 1:13 left in this game. Beatty brings it into the zone. One man falls, pulls it around another, and he's pulled down. No call. Are you going to call that? Sorry, I wasn't going to say anything. Raptors still have possession. It's being batted around the zone and stolen by the Blades, who they need to go pretty bad here, so the Raptors have to be aggressive. Comes back to PJ Whittier. Whittier holds onto it, chips it back out of the zone. Where the Raptors, that's all set. Off! Very close to being on. For 40.4 seconds left, 6-5. Raptors lead in the third period. Face off just outside the Raptors zone. They're going to maybe pull their goalkeeper. Call a timeout? Yeah. They'll call a timeout. We'll be back in a moment. All right, folks, we're at the timeout. 40.4 seconds left. And the Blades have not pulled their goalkeeper. My son just yelled at me for yelling, so I've gotten spoken to by many people about yelling. I will have to be quiet. And the Blades tangled up in the skates. They try to get possession here, and they do. They bring it into the zone, skate around one, try to skate around another. They get a shot off. It's held on to by Guido with 30.8 seconds left. They have pulled their goalkeeper. They'll get an extra attacker for a 6-on-5 for this last 30 seconds. Face off will be just to the left of Guido. Up by one here. Critical 30 seconds of the game here. It's Peterson on the draw. Keedy, Margulies, Colonna, and Whittier. Face off won by Raptors. Margulies sends it up ice, but Blades able to keep it in. Sent low to the corner. Blades hold it with 23 left. They've got this extra attacker. Whittier takes it, sends it up ice, chips it up the board, and then it's chipped up ice. Blades will have to settle that back down and bring it in on side, but they do hold it out center ice. They try to get it back into the zone. They get it to the top of the zone. They do bring it in with 9 seconds, 8 seconds. Trying to make a play here. It's put in front. It's batted around in front. I'm not sure. It's behind the net. 1 second, and this will be a game. And it's a victory for your Raleigh Raptors. And I apologize to anybody's ears who I've hurt with yelling. And thank you for listening. It's a Raleigh Raptors victory. We'll be back in about 4 hours for another game.
Should I get a Wi-Fi password that's like not public? I need to say, hey, I got the third game, we'll say. I am so scared.